Good morning and happy birthday to me! Today I am 29 officially, and I'm getting my day started off by sitting out here on my patio having some breakfast. I recently borrowed Sophie Kinsella's Party Crasher from the library, so I'm going to read this over breakfast, or at least get started on it. It has been a long time since I've read one of her novels, but I'm very excited to get back into it. Honestly, this was a pick because I just really liked the cover. It seemed very summery and like a nice garden party is happening. I don't really know what the book is about, but I'm sure I will enjoy it. And this morning my husband and I just went for a nice little outing when he had a little break from work to go get some breakfast. He is now back to work in a meeting, so I'm just gonna sit out here and enjoy this moment to myself before I head out and start the day. I am going to be going out to get a manicure and pedicure done, which I'm so excited about. It isn't something I get done very often. The last time I got one done, I think, was for my wedding, which was about 2 years ago. I just really want to pamper myself a little bit today and just do some things that are just for me to celebrate this year, and then later I'm going to be having dinner with my family and spending time with them. So I think overall it is going to turn out to be a very nice day. But for now, gonna get to my breakfast. Very quickly that eating a flaky croissant and reading outdoors with a breeze was not a good combination, so I focused more on eating my breakfast and less on reading. Hello, it's Nicole from the future who is in the middle of editing this video. I got so caught up in just enjoying my birthday, which is very nice, but I totally forgot to stop and give you any kind of context for what was happening. A good portion of my day was just spent getting that wonderful manicure and pedicure done. I really love how it turned out. After that, I went and got my free Starbucks birthday reward. I opted to not get a drink because I was already very caffeinated. And after that, it was already pretty late in the day, so when I returned home, I just started making my birthday dessert for that evening. I was making myself a low-carb / no-sugar tiramisu. I had made these sponge cakes for the tiramisu the night before. I went ahead and followed this recipe that I found online, which I will post down below. Making a birthday dessert or birthday cake for myself has been a tradition for me for many years, ever since I was quite young. I think I first started when I was around 12 years old, and I really got into cake decorating and making custom cakes. I remember one of the first cakes I made was a very special Zelda cake, but over the years I've experimented with different kinds of icings, different buttercreams, fondants, and I even made my own wedding cake. But as time has gone on, I've leaned more into making desserts or cakes that are a flavor that I will really enjoy rather than how they look. And each year for my birthday, it's really just an excuse for me to experiment and make something new and something that I love. Making these desserts is truly like an act of self-care or self-love for myself, because I get to make something that I know I will truly enjoy, and I enjoy the process from start to finish. I enjoy getting to bake what I'm making and the decorating of it. And as you can see, I especially love the joy in just kind of letting my brain relax and focusing only on the motions of making something new. I love to put on a fun playlist and sing and dance along to it as I'm making the dessert. And it's also just a really nice time to reflect on everything that's gone on this past year of my life, especially if I happen to be making the dessert when it's on my birthday or the night before my birthday. Of course, I was making this tiramisu the day of my birthday, and it's just a nice reminder of, you know, everything that's happened in the past year. And I got to do something brand new while making it as well. I was originally planning on using just instant coffee in place of actual real coffee for this dessert, but this year I wanted to do something a little special. My husband is really into different types of coffees, so I asked for his help to teach me how to brew some proper coffee with his pour over equipment to make the dessert extra special, and I think it was a really nice touch to the entire dessert. And in the middle of making the tiramisu, I got a special visit from my mom. My mom just dropped off these really beautiful flowers for me. And it was time for me to get ready and head over to my parents' place to have dinner with my family. My mom made us her special birthday noodle soup for us to have. She makes it by request if we request it for our birthdays. It's kind of another tradition. This dish is supposed to represent like having a long life because of the long noodles inside of the soup, and it's just really delicious, and you know that she makes it with so much love. The tiramisu turned out really beautifully and everyone loved it, and I will definitely be making it again. We spent the rest of the evening just sitting around talking, playing with the dogs, and then we broke out one of my favorite board games, which is Deception, Murder in Hong Kong. It's this really fun board game where you have all these tiles of either motive or evidence, and someone is randomly picked to be the murderer. And the person leading the game, the forensic scientist, basically has to come up with a story to lead everyone else to discovering who the murderer is. It's just a super fun game, and I love the storytelling aspect to it. It's super fun, and I highly recommend it. All in all, my birthday was an absolutely wonderful day, and I do think I achieved the goal of just kind of taking the time to pamper myself by getting that manicure and pedicure, enjoying nice treats throughout the day, and then making that tiramisu for myself, and of course, spending time with the people I love most. But now I'm going to temporarily pass things back to past Nicole, who was in the moment of this vlog. Today I had the day off as well. I took this Thursday, Friday off to give myself like an extra long weekend, just a nice time away from work, because my birthday party is going to be tomorrow. I am hosting a murder mystery party. It's going to be 1920s themed. I am going as Jay Glittersby. I guess it's supposed to be a joke on Great Gatsby. I do still need to get my costume together. I bought all the pieces for it like 2 weeks ago, and I just haven't put it together, but I have to do that today. I also have to bake the cakes for tomorrow, and I have to clean up my house. The party is going to be mainly outside if the weather is good, but still my house is a bit of a mess. So I need to clean that up too, but it's like 4 o'clock today. I was out for most of the day. I had 2 appointments and then just trying to get some other things ready for the party. I am getting a bunch of groceries delivered for the food tomorrow, but I still have so much to do. I need to make my own birthday cake, and then I'm also making a secondary birthday cake that's vegan for my vegan friends or dairy-free friends, because I don't want them to miss out on enjoying cake as well. So I have to get to that now. All my groceries for the party just arrived. This isn't all for the party, but a lot of it is. I mean, I guess this frozen pizza will be for me and my husband at a later time, but I've just got lots of snacky things to kind of make a lunch board for us tomorrow. Many crackers and other delicious foods, and then just a bunch of drinks for us to have. So I'm going to put all these groceries away, and then it is time to bake the cakes. I don't know what cake I'm baking for myself. I know it's just going to be like another low-carb cake that I want to try a new icing recipe for, and then for my friend's cake I'm going to be making a chocolate vegan buttercream frosted cake. The recipe is from Minimalist Baker, so of course I will link that down in the description below. For now, I'm gonna put away all these groceries and then get to making the cakes. Afternoon/evening has been a whirlwind of baking those cakes and doing lots of cleanup and tidying up, and now it is like 9:30 and I still need to work on my costume. So I am going as Jay Glittersby in this Great Gatsby themed mystery, and I don't really know how to dress up for it. I thought maybe I would buy like a fun glitter suit or something, but those are ridiculously expensive and I don't have the time to get that all set up. So I just googled 1920s men summer wear, and basically I just got a kit from Amazon that came with this hat, suspenders, and a bow tie, and I have a bunch of glitter gemmy things I've gotten from Michael's, which I am just going to glue onto the various things I have. The kit also came with this wearable watch and a cigar. I don't know if I'm gonna do anything with these decoration wise, but I'm gonna go ahead and stick on all these gems to what I have, and hopefully it turns out. I also have these shimmer sprays. Maybe they'll work, maybe they won't. I will see. Okay, good morning. Today is the day of the party. Yesterday, I was just like frantically cleaning, trying to get my costume together. I don't know if it's gonna turn out, but whatever, I'm gonna wear it anyways. And this morning, I still have a tiny bit of cleanup to do, just like wiping some surfaces down, vacuuming up a little. I have to set up my outside patio to get it all nice and comfy. I still need to frost the vegan chocolate cake I made. The low-carb cake that I made for myself, it looks a little bit weird. I think it got a little bit dried out in the oven. I'm not really sure because it's a recipe I use all the time. So that one I'm going to ice on a kind of if I have time basis. I'm not really sure. The party is at 1 o'clock and right now it is exactly 11 o'clock. I don't know if I'll get everything done, but I do have some friends coming over around 12 to just kind of help me with the last minute setup of all the food and everything. So I think what I'm gonna do in the hour that I have now is to ice the chocolate cake and just get myself ready for the party and do the very, very last little bit of cleanup I have to do. And then hopefully everything will be fine. Hi again, future editing Nicole back here to talk to you again. What you just witnessed was me realizing that things were way too chaotic. I was really rushing to get everything done. I was feeling super overwhelmed, and then on top of it all, the frostings for the 2 cakes I made were just not working out. For whatever reason, the chocolate vegan frosting was not adhering to the cake like I expected it would. I think it was just too warm and it was just completely sliding off the cake and not sticking to it. And then I decided to not use the recipe I was gonna use for my low-carb icing. I was planning on using a Swiss meringue buttercream recipe, replacing the sugar with sweetener to make it a sugar-free icing, and that is one of my absolute favorite buttercreams to use. It is a recipe I return to again and again. So I was gonna try it for this first time in a sugar-free version, but it is a very timely process to make it, and you really kind of have to baby it in some ways, and I just had no time, so I thought, why don't I throw together some ingredients that I thought would work for icing, but it just ended up being weird. I tried to combine whipping cream with butter and then powdered sweetener and vanilla extract, and it was just weird. It globbed together and then like the water separated out of it and I was panicking, and because the chocolate icing, which I thought would be fail-proof, just didn't work, I was like, I can't deal with this. So I put those in the fridge and then just decided, you know what, I'm just going to get myself ready for the party. Everything was already pretty much cleaned up and I was really hoping my friends would forgive me if I didn't have everything set up by the time they arrived, which they did. Some friends arrived early and they were so kind and super helpful to help me set up all the food that I wanted for the party, which was really wonderful. And I got to put on my full outfit as Jay Glittersby. A couple of friends were very confused by my costume because I don't think they realized I was wearing a costume when they arrived. A few of them came to the door and asked me what I was wearing because I think from a distance they kind of knew it was me, but maybe not because I was not wearing my normal clothes, and of course I had a bunch of makeup on my face. But I had a lot of fun in the costume. So I guess now I will tell you about the actual party. I threw a murder mystery party, which was Great Gatsby themed or 1920s themed. I threw a similar party last year that was Bridgerton themed, and the same thing this year. I bought a kit online. I will leave the link down below to the website that sells these kits. Basically, the idea is that you are purchasing a bunch of digital scripts and other files you use to host the game, and everyone just has to read off scripts and we determine who the murderer is with like a random number draw. You can find out more about it on the website, but if you have any questions for me, you're welcome to leave them down below. So that's what was happening. Everyone got to pick their characters, and then after we all got settled in, we went outside to begin the game. Wait, I think someone's here. Yeah, I think he wants to talk to you about the party, so I'll let him speak to you. I guess I'll be back later. Okay, bye. Hello, it is I, Jay Glittersby, here to tell you all about the murder that happened at my party. We had all gathered outside in the garden outside of my Glittersby mansion, and we had to discuss who murdered Mr. Fixer Forgain. A tragedy at my own party for someone to be murdered by one of my guests. Now, let's discuss who was at the party the night Mr. Forgain was murdered. We had myself, Jay Glittersby, we had Miss Imata Bounds, a famous tennis champion. We had Miss Mimi Cry, a glamorous silent movie star, and along with her we had Mr. Jig-O-Lo, a movie star's escort. We had the mysterious Avery Keys, a piano player, Gin Slinger, our trusted bartender. We had Mr. Upton Sleeves, my right-hand man and butler. We also had Miss Count to Four, who is a band leader and quite dramatic. And we also had Mr. and Mrs. D-Best, Wanna D-Best, and Gimme D-Best. There were 10 of us in total, and any one of us could have been the murderer. We gathered around and discussed everything we knew about this situation, from our histories to who we were to our possible motives for this murder and why we would commit the crime.
You see, I'm very good at finding out people's secrets. Everyone ignores the servants and they talk freely around them. I've learned some interesting things, that's for sure.
Nothing but drag me to boring tea parties, balls, and dinner parties with royals and aristocrats who are some of the dullest people you will ever meet. I'm tired of being respectable. I want to have some fun.
My marriage to Wanna the Best was the social event of the year. Although I have to admit that we barely talk to each other now. I have to admit I'm a little scared of her.
Pretty much the whole town will come visit me. Pretty much everyone is always wondering why I do it, but I like to maintain an air of mystery. And after doing our initial rounds of discussions, we had to pick who the murderer was. So everyone, excluding myself, gathered around while I called out the number of who the murderer would be. And this was their reaction. Is everyone prepared for their number to be called out? The murderer is number 7! Why? But if you notice, if we play this footage back, it seems like Gimme D-Best was a little more knowledgeable about who the murderer could be. The game continued on as we continued our debates and questioning of each other. We all got very into character, and for some reason, this script decided to determine that all the women at this event were extremely strong, capable of lifting multiple men at a time and moving pianos with little effort. We are not sure why this detail was included in the scripts, but regardless, we went along with it. We also went along with the fun idea that the real reason why people were mysteriously going upstairs at my party for up to 15 minutes at a time was just because we all had to use the bathroom. Anyone could have committed the murder upstairs, or they could have just been using the bathroom for long amounts of time, because we don't know what all the women were taking to make themselves so strong, or if they were just naturally that strong. It was really never addressed. Anyways, once we finished all the rounds of questioning, it was time for us to make our accusations about who we thought the murderer was. Please enjoy these clips of my wonderful party guests explaining to the camera who they thought the murderer could be.
Hello everyone, Mimi Cry here. What a boring party, even when there is a murder. But Glittersby was quite interesting. However, I can't help but think that the murderer was my date, Gigolo. I know, he seemed cute and all, but those weapons of his, he's such a violent character. I don't think I could trust him.
Hello, welcome to my little video. Okay, so I think the murderer is Miss Avery Keys. And I don't know why she did it, but she was happy to see Forgain the other night. So I think it was her. That's all I'll say. Goodbye.
Hello. I think it is Miss Avery Keys, and she's getting revenge on her for her sister.
I think the murderer is Avery Keys, and I'll tell you why. Miss Avery Keys was obviously trying to help her sister, who is in a lot of debt, or maybe even dead. But mostly, I am jealous because I'm in love with Miss Avery Keys, and I feel like she was so interested in following everyone else around but me. Why? Please love me. Please love me, Avery.
Well, hello. I'm supposed to say who I think did it. I think we all know who did it. It was that gin slinger. She got used to fixing too many drinks. It all went to her head. Watch out for Jin. Watch out.
Okay, I'm Moda Bound, and I suspect that the murderer is Gimme the Best. Just because, honestly, he's sus. And it's probably something to do with girl issues that he doesn't want his wife to find out. So that's my guess.
I think the one who murdered Forgain is Mimi Cries, because she's an actor and she can act very well, so she can be innocent and convince everyone that she didn't do it. She has motive. Oh, okay. Yeah, that's all.
Hello, it is me, Jay Glittersby, definitely not Nicole here, telling you who I think murdered Mr. Forgain this evening at my wonderful party. Just like last year's party, I have lost all idea of what is happening, so I'm going off the very limited evidence that I have in my mind, and I think the murderer was Wanna D Best. Only because she was caught with the blue ink on her hands and her incredible strength and her desire to kill her husband. No, kidnap her. Why am I wrong? Don't kill me, please.
Rich people do not kill.
But we have yet to find out if it was a rich person or not tonight.
I don't just think that Avery killed Fixer. I know she did.
We all gathered again outside and everyone took a turn reading out why they were not the murderer. Sadly, my guess was very wrong. Other people made incorrect guesses to who the murderer was, but many people were right about who the murderer was. And I think it's important we note that Gimme D Best knew who the murderer was all along. Again, let's play that footage back. You see him making this eye contact with the murderer? Yes, the murderer was the very mysterious Avery Keys, who prefers to keep her identity a secret, and I understand why. Why would a murderer want to show their face on the internet? Not that I know what the internet is because this is the 1920s. But yes, Miss Avery Keys avoided the suspicion of many guests at the party except for Gimme D Best and other very intelligent members of my party who should all be detectives. I am so glad that everyone got to join in at this party, and unfortunately, even though a murder happened, we all had a great time. But I guess that's all that I have to say about this party. Until next time, this is Jay Glittersby saying goodbye and cheers. I hope you are having a great roaring time wherever you are. And I would highly recommend this kit, but not getting someone murdered at your own party. Pretty much. Goodbye. Okay, thanks Jay for talking to them. I hope he was nice to you guys and explained things well. And I hope you enjoyed the little special guest appearance, I guess. So after we finished the game, I was tired of being Jay Glittersby because it was just so much makeup caked on my face. I just wiped it all off and we decided to cut the cake. My friends were all joking that I look like a 13-year-old boy just wearing those clothes and then not wearing the makeup. So next year I will be turning 14. I am really so grateful for all my friends who came out to participate in the murder mystery party. They are the reason why doing these games are such a success. I think if you don't have enthusiastic people participating in them, it's just not fun. All the fun comes from all the improvisation and all the joking around. And we are already talking about what murder mystery party I will be throwing again next year, so look forward to that. Turning 29 is a really big milestone. I always hear people making a big deal of it because it is the last year in your 20s before you turn 30s. And I thought I would be nervous about turning 29, thinking that there was gonna be a whole bunch of pressure on me on things I need to complete before I turn 30. I'm really just looking forward to this year of life and everything that this next year of life will bring to me. 28 was a really fantastic year and I'm so proud of all the things I've accomplished and all the growth that I've had. So I can only hope that 29 brings me more things, and I just want to keep working on all the goals that I have currently. I don't really have a 30 before 30 list because I just keep hearing that things only get better in your 30s. So I have that to look forward to. So I'm gonna sign off here by saying thank you so much for watching. If you have stuck through this until the end, I know the middle bit was a little bit silly, but I hope you enjoyed it. It's just a lot of fun getting to dress up and be in character. Is that something you enjoy doing? I've cosplayed in the past, which is also really fun. Or if you're into acting or theater or anything, feel free to tell me down below if there's like a favorite costume you've worn, or if you've ever participated in a murder mystery party before. I would love to hear about it. If you've enjoyed this video, please leave me a like. As you know, I make other vlogs about my daily life, vlogs about my experience writing my novel, and you know, fun things like this, like my birthday. Now, to end off this video, my friends wanted to leave you, yes you, the person watching this video, a message. I didn't ask them to do this. My very sweet friend Annabelle grabbed my camera and asked people if there was anything they wanted to say to the people watching this video on YouTube. So I'm gonna leave off this video with the words that they have for you. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you again next time. And please enjoy these messages from my friends.
Hello, Nicole's YouTube fans. Thank you for watching her videos and supporting her channel. You are all awesome.
We are very privileged to be in Nicole's life.
Yeah. You don't even know how privileged you are.
You don't
Seriously.
understand. The screen is only a fraction of the energy rush that you experience being in Nicole's life.
Yeah.
So
count your blessings.
Yeah, remain hopeful. Maybe one day you can do a meet and greet with Nicole, get an autograph like we did.
Yeah.
But
that'll
until
be your
then,
lucky day.
Until then, good luck.
Yeah. You better find a picture of her on your wall.
Okay.
Hello, YouTube. Thank you for supporting our friend, our beloved friend, Nicole. Nicole always works really hard and puts a lot of heart into every video, sharing about her life and her journey. And we're so proud of her. And really appreciate you being here and witnessing her journey too. Can't wait to see where else Nicole's dreams take her, and you are in for a treat.
Thanks for watching Time with Nicole. She's amazing. She's been doing this for almost a year. Oh my gosh, what a fantastic person. And she really puts in a lot of hard work, and as her friends, we're always supporting her and we're always really excited to see what she does, and I know that you'll be too. And remember, Time with Nicole needs 300 subscribers. Actually, that's not true, but yes, she's super cute and lovable, but please do not give her complicated compliments. Don't be weird, okay, if you don't know her. I can say that she's cute and hot and whatever if she's okay with it, but maybe you don't do it, okay? Thanks. Bye!